Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rufamay C. Calivara, and in this video, I am going to discuss invention and innovation as well as the invention process. Ideas are the key to innovation. Without them, there isn't much to execute. And because execution is the key to learning, new ideas are necessary for making any kind of improvement. It's obvious that ideas alone won't make innovation happen, as you need to be able to build a systematic process for managing those ideas. The point of ideation isn't just about generating tons of them, but about paying attention to the quality of those as well. So basically, idea generation is the act of forming ideas. It is the creative process that involves generation, development, and sharing of new ideas that serve as the foundation of your innovation strategy. This simply means that everything started from a simple idea. Idea generation helps us to combine ideas in a new and useful ways. But remember, in generating new ideas, we need to consider the quality of such in order to succeed. Because having tons of ideas is useless if those ideas are unattainable and lousy. So let us now proceed to the difference between invention and innovation. Invention is the creation of a new product, processes, and technologies not previously known to exist, while innovation is the transformation of creative ideas into useful application by combining resources in new or unusual ways to provide value to society through improved products, technologies, and services. So, invention and innovation are two different concepts but are related to each other. To invent something is to discover a new thing. On the other hand, to innovate is to introduce something new to the market or to turn existing inventions and convert them into a product or process that is useful in the real world. For example, when the first car was created, it was an invention because there had never been a motorized means to get around before. Compare that to Uber, an innovation in transportation. Let us now move on to the invention process. So, in the modern period, there are 6 steps that we need to do in order to complete the invention process. And these are number 1, keep records. Number 2, research the idea. Number 3, perform patent search. Step 4, build prototype. Step 5, meet with patent attorney. And step 6 is to take product to the market. It's essential for inventors to document everything about their innovation from the earliest stages. Many people keep an inventor's notebook, which is a simple bound notebook that has consecutively numbered pages. These pages cannot be removed and reinserted. This ensures that the inventor did not tamper with the order of the pages. Each notebook entry is dated, and it's valuable to have a witness sign the entries. So this step will help you to prove that you are the first and true inventor of the invention. This is also relevant in a dispute with a third party claiming you copied their invention. The second step is to research the idea. Some inventors complete an online search for any product that seems similar to theirs. This can be helpful as it may reveal that an idea has already been thought of, patented, and marketed, which prevents the inventor from wasting more time on the idea. If a quick search shows that the idea may be novel, it's time to contact a patent attorney. The third step is to perform a patent search. Ask the intellectual property attorney to perform a search for the invention in the records of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. This search will provide valuable information about whether or not it is worth pursuing the invention into the prototype phase. Ensure the attorney does more than a Google search. A quality search is worth its weight in gold. So this step is essential because it will help the inventors to determine the current state of the art related to their invention. The fourth step is to build a prototype. A prototype can be an enormously important part of the invention process. Through building it, many inventors discover additional innovations or weak points that need to be addressed. It can be essential to manufacture or at least have a computer model constructed before filing a patent application so that the potential patent is as comprehensive and accurate as possible. Some intellectual property firms have engineers that will help with the development of your invention. And with a prototype, inventors will be able to test the design's correctness before it comes into production and discover design errors. And the fifth step is meeting with a patent attorney. There are many DIYers that will start the invention process by themselves, but if by this time you haven't met with an attorney, inventors should really do so now. Inventors should bring their journal, prototype, and any other descriptive information to the meeting so the attorney can fully understand the novelty and utility of the invention. The patent attorney and inventor will discuss the invention so that the patent attorney can write a patent that adequately protects the invention and prevents others from stealing the inventor's idea. This is an important part of the invention process since a well-written patent can go a long way toward protecting the inventor's rights and their ability to make money from their invention. Step 6 is to take the product to the market. Once the product is patent pending, it's time to figure out whether it makes sense for the inventor to manufacture and market the product by themselves or if it's better to license the idea to a company. Either one of these options can be lucrative, but they can also have drawbacks. Manufacturing and marketing a product can be enormously expensive. However, the inventor gets to keep most of the profits for themselves. Licensing an invention eliminates a great deal of financial risk, but inventors get only a portion of the profits. Deciding which route to use is the final step toward introducing a product.
So, good afternoon. My name is Jamaica B. Freyna, and I will discuss the innovation through invention. So, invention is the most important product of a man's creative brain. The ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world. That is according to Nikola Tesla in 2013. From Tesla, creative brain is a must-have when you are planning to innovate. How can you think of something to innovate? How can you think of something to improve if you are not thinking critically? So, it must be paired with creativity. From the meaning, and for the next slide, I will show to you the examples of inventions and their innovations. For the first example, before we have the chariot, but now we have the vehicles. For the chariot is a type of cart driven by a charioteer, usually using horses to provide rapid motive power. This chariot looks like this in the picture in the PowerPoint. It is with a horse. But now, when we say the vehicles, it pertains to the taxi, to jeep, to motors that we have in this current age as the mode of transportation. And the next one is the electric fan. Before we have the electric fan, but now we still have the electric fan, but we also have the portable hand fans. Portable hand fans is very lightweight that we can use wherever we go, whenever we go. Unlike electric fan that it only stay in a specific place, diba? And the next one is the old chair. When we say the old chair, it pertains to a wooden chair like the chairs before. Na they doesn't have a foam. Unlike now, we have the what we call sofa or foam. It is a soft type of chairs that we use in this current time. And for the next one is the books. But now we have the internet. When we say books, it have specific types of contents for specific books. If you want a dictionary, you can only read their certain words with their corresponding meanings. Unlike the internet, when we say the internet, it's so big. If we want to look for history, if we want to look for meanings of a certain words, if we want to look for foods, how to cook something, how to do this, how to ganyan, internet is sure a very big innovation of books. And for the next one is umbrella, and now raincoat, diba? And the next one, keypad cell phone, and for now we have the touchscreen cell phones. So for these slides, I will show to you the 4 types of innovations according to Schumpeter. The first one is the product. The product is an innovation, refers to the changes that improve the designs, the materials, the feel, the capacity, or the overall user experience. An improvement can be a tangible, such as a physical product, or in case of intangible, like software or services. Product innovation helps the companies stay relevant in their market and continue in growing and improving over time. The second one is the process. The process forces you to think through different steps to ensure you're solving the right problem. Because whenever you innovate, it doesn't happen just because of a single step. You need to do a step 1, step 2, and so on for you to achieve your specific goals. Regularly gathering customer feedback, iterating when necessary, and securing the right resources and methods to fully realize the innovation. So in the process, gathering data is also included in the process. You need to identify what types of innovation that you like. You need to think critically in these types of innovation. For the third one is the business model. Business model, it can be a document or a strategy which outlines how a business or organization delivers value to its customers. In its simplest form, a business model provides information about an organization's target market. And also additionally, for business model, businesses are being faced with challenges from all angles. The imperative to make savings and generate an increase in revenue and profit year on year remains ever present, while customers and also investors demanding that businesses make changes to their ways of working, sometimes even their entire business model. So customers and some investors also requesting in changing their business models in order to operate more sustainably. The fourth one is the source of supply. In the face of mounting challenges to business operations, more and more businesses are turning to their suppliers to accelerate their innovation efforts. Supplier stakeholders are subject matter experts with extensive knowledge not just of one's customer's business but also of their competitors and of a whole verticals. Localized suppliers come with intimate understanding of local markets, and in an age where many large organizations have derived significant efficiencies from minimizing spend on full-time employees, the supply base provides a large pool of talented minds to draw from. And for the next slides, I will discuss the 6 innovation principles. So the first principle is successful innovation is a customer-centric. So whenever you innovate, you must have an idea about your customers' wants, about the trends, about their likes, and about their desires. Because innovation is focused on customers' demands, problems, or desires because they can be anyone, they can be an internal stakeholders, a department, a partner, suppliers, or a consumer. Customers' focus helps innovation retain a sharp commercial edge. Understanding a customer's segments, demographics, desires, requirements, and frustrations is essential. Engage customers in innovation and encourage them to participate in generating ideas and creating new products and services. The second one is the successful innovation has near, medium, and long-range focus. Under this principle, innovation is about delivering benefits in the short, medium, or long term. The balance is also important to get the right or to fulfill the innovation mandate and to ensure the longevity of the innovation function. It is wise to keep fairly tight commercial control on short-term or the near-range innovation. Formalize your innovation funnel and implement processes and controls to enable you to manage an innovation portfolio with more strategic focus. You must ensure that innovation challenges are framed in short, medium, and long term. The third one is successful innovation is model-driven. You structure all of your innovation process, your policies, principles, and supporting collateral into a simple, cogent model. Because models are very useful for explaining your own innovation approach to others, they are also useful for finding gaps, providing context, and aligning innovation roles and responsibilities. Use the model to structure your innovation workshops, forums, challenges, and competitions. The fourth one is successful innovation is data-driven. When we say data-driven, it is the use of data and analytics to develop or foster new products, processes, organizational methods, and markets. Data and analytics can drive both the discovery and execution of innovation, achieving new business models, products, and services with a confirmed business value. The fifth one is successful innovation is open and democratized. The power of innovation lies in collective experience, insights, and intellect. You should use the crowd. From the term democratized, no one should be excluded from the innovation processes because good ideas can come from anywhere. Everyone can share their opinions. They can be customers. They can share their taste, their wants, their needs, and that information can be used for your innovation project in the future. Their ideas can be a big help for you because gathering in different kind of information will help you in making decision of what kind of thing or what kind of product that will be in demand in the future. The last one is successful innovation is introspective and recursive. Innovation processes should be subject to continuous process and improvement. So, in this year, if you are better now than before, then for the next year, you should also aim for another improvement. It doesn't mean na you're better now than before, you're going to stop aiming for improvement. No, it's not like that. It's a continuous process of improvement. And from the term introspective, it means examining and considering your own ideas, thoughts, and feelings instead of talking to another person. So your own ideas, your own thoughts, they are the one that will be used as a basis for your improvements in the near future, or they are your experiences, your thoughts, your ideas. They are your strength that can be used for the improvement of yourself and your innovation processes in the future. Thank you.
Morning or good afternoon to everyone. My name is Ron Vincent T. Pajarillo, and I will be discussing one of the most successful methods for innovation, the Scamper method. Used by Bob Everly. The Scamper method is a method used in creative thinking. It helps you generate new ideas for new products and services which are not currently in the market right now. It is used by encouraging you to ask 7 questions about the product itself, which will help you understand how to improve existing products, services, problems, and ideas. You might be thinking, everything has been invented already in the market right now, which is wrong because in the Scamper method, there is always room for new products in the market because the customers' needs and wants are always changing and forever will change, such as human nature. As we can see right here, the Scamper method is a systematic acronym that stands for substitute or simplify, combine, adapt, magnify, modify, and minify, put to other uses, eliminate, reverse, or rearrange. In the Scamper method is substitute. You have to ask the question, what can be replaced? People, components, materials, and new products. So, do you have an example of when you are making a playhouse for children, you can opt to use plastic windows instead of glass windows for children's safety. The example we have here is a quill pen that can be transformed or can be replaced by retractable pens. Quill pens are you can easily dirty your backpack when you put it in your backpack because it has the tip widely open for contact with anything in your backpack. So they fix this by substituting retractable pen, which can retract the tip that has the ink on it, which will prevent you from making contact with your other stuff that is in your backpack. Another example of substitute is when we used to deliver glass bottles of milk. So they replaced this by plastic bottles, paper cartons, so it is less dangerous for us. When we open the door and hit the glass bottles of milk, it can easily endanger us by stepping on the glass shards, which is caused by hitting the glass bottles of milk. In the Scamper method is combined. You have to ask yourself, what can be combined? Example are features. Features of cell phones have now a combined feature of camera, texting, and communication. So when combining something, you must improve its usefulness also. You can't just randomly pick and combine two absolutely different objects to each other, which will not function well. It is important that it is functional when you combine two unique features together in harmony. Third in the Scamper method is adapt. You will have to ask the question, what can be added? So when you add things together, like for example, we have here, cars now have built-in Wi-Fi, built-in radio, built-in air conditioning. So you have to assess what are the needs of the customers also. So it is important that every car has a radio for updates in the new disasters or new weather updates so that they can be warned before they go on the road. So the importance of add-ons or adapting is that it is accessible, functional also, and can be easily located within the product itself. Also important to note that adapting or adding new features to a product must blend well to the product itself and not destroy the product itself. So when adding, you have to consider that the functionality will not be destroyed by adding in more features because adding in more features will be dangerous for the functionality of the product. In the fourth method in the Scamper method, which is magnify, modify, and minify. So we can either change the color, the size, the features, the attributes. For example, we have here is changing the size of glasses to fit children. Another example would be when the hotel asks for a clock that will fit the size of their building. So when you try to change the size of your product, you must you must seek or you must examine that it will be useful for the customer itself, because changing the size or changing the features too much can either be unsellable to the market. So you must prioritize that the product that you are changing its features or you're changing its size, color, will be sellable in the market. Another example that we have here is this chair. It is now changed in features to become an office chair. So it is now functional to roll instead of skid in the floor. Another example of Minify now is a wristband watch, or a watch that can easily be a keychain. So this improves the portability of clocks, and it can easily be functional and sellable within the market. In the fifth method, in the scamper method, which is put to other use or purpose. So you have to ask the question, can it be used for other purposes? So for example is using coffee filters as filters for masks for faces. So another example that we have here is using the text feature in the phone used as a schedule. So back then we didn't have schedule on our phones because it was keypad and not smartphone. So it is important to note that when you are discovering new features or new proper uses for the features, that you can improve the feature itself so that it can properly fit the purpose. So for example, the texting method can be used as a schedule. You can use that as a discovery so that you can make schedules on the phones itself and not use or rely on the texting method to use as schedules. In the sixth part, or the sixth method in the scamper method, which is eliminate, you have to ask the question, what can be removed or simplified? So the example that we have here is cigarette lighters being removed for charging. And another example would be the sad reminder that libraries now are getting obsolete and being replaced by internet. So we have to accept now that this is innovation. So libraries, where you used to search for your books for information, you can now type in the internet and it will easily appear if you have data or Wi-Fi. It is easily useful to other customers because it is reliable. It is also very portable. You can use it on your smartphone, the internet, and it is easy and also not as pricey as borrowing books or buying books from libraries. At the last part, hold on, guys. We are almost there. So we are now at reverse and rearrange. So we have to ask the question, what will happen to a product if you reverse it? What will happen to a product if you rearrange it? So for example is the typical eat then pay at a restaurant. What will happen if we change that into pay then eat? Will it anger the customers? Will the customers actually accept the change? So another example that we have here is an electricity reliant fan. So we can make or reverse it into a non-electricity reliant fan that charges on battery and portable hand fans. Another example is changing electricity that is reliant on oil into something that is reliant on wind or something eco-friendly, like the heat, the sunlight, or geothermal energy, or another source of energy which is hydrodynamic, which relies on water. Like, so we have dams, which are examples of hydrodynamic or hydrothermal energy.
Can we skip to the good part?